Hey folks, Jim here from Tobacco Solutions, and thanks for tuning in. Today's video is going to be about a vice I have. And no, I'm not talking about smoking. I gave up that bad habit about 4.5 years ago. I'm talking about the new VaporFi Vice, which is a new sub-ohm device that they just put out. Now they don't say this, but the Vice is perfect for those folks that have been vaping for a while and now want to maybe try some sub-ohm vaping, perhaps are a little hesitant to give it a shot. Or for those folks that also have been sub-ohm vaping, have that experience, but want a device that doesn't have so many buttons and is easier to use, a little more user-friendly. If any of those apply to you, you want to check out this video. Let's start with the unboxing of the VaporFi Vice starter kit so you see exactly what comes in the box. Go ahead and take the top off. As you can see, there it is right there, the VaporFi Vice battery and tank connected together. It's a little under 6 inches long, and we'll go into more details on the Vice in a little bit. Keep in mind there is an atomizer already inside that tank. Second level, you have a USB cable, wall adapter, 2 additional atomizers, one's another 0.5 ohm resistance and then a 1.2, and finally you have a little handy instruction booklet in English and in Spanish, and it gives you some great pointers on how to care for your Vice. So here's your VaporFi Vice starter kit with the tank and battery assembly put together. The whole product itself, the device, is about 5 3/8 inches long. The battery is 2200 mAh, so it's a fairly powerful battery. It has a 1-button feature there. You use this to turn it on and off, as well as to vape. It does have a USB charger on the side, which is always a good thing, so you can set it down vertically when you want to vape. On the tank itself, you have an airflow adjuster right there. It's a 2.5 millimeter tank, and you do have a little window here that tells you your e-liquid level. And as you can see right here on the mouthpiece, there's a little bit of condensation because I've been vaping on it for a while. Now, as far as vents for your battery, I believe there's one right here next to the trigger, and then there's another one on the bottom of the battery itself. The voltage capacity of the Vice battery is between 3.4 to 4.2 volts. To turn it on, you simply press the firing button 5 times in a rapid succession. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And to turn it off, you do the same thing. 1, 2. And you can see that light blink to indicate that it's on or off. And it's 510 threading, so it's compatible with a variety of different tanks. Charging your Vice is very easy, and you can do it a number of different ways. As you can see, the USB input is on the side of the battery, which is great. That means you could stand it up vertically while it's charging. Simply all you have to do is get your USB cable, plug it into the bottom. On your other end, you want to just go ahead and plug it in to your laptop or your desktop. And as you can see, there's a little red light. That's indicating that the battery is charging. Once it's fully charged, that light will go out. Alternatively, if you want to get a quicker charge, you could use your wall adapter that comes with your kit, plug that in, and then you just plug it directly into the wall. Installing your atomizer is extremely easy. All you have to do is just screw it in clockwise, and there you have it. And then when your atomizer is dead or burnt out, probably within a week or two, just unscrew it and put in a new one. When filling the 2.5 milliliter Vice tank, you want to make sure that none of the e-liquid goes into the inner tube of the tank. So you want to pour it on the outside of it, and you'll see a little window over here that'll tell you the exact amount of e-liquid that you have in your tank. Make sure that when you fill it up, it doesn't go over the top of the inner tube, otherwise it's going to spill down into your mouthpiece. So let me show you how it's done. Obviously this is a sub-ohm device, so you want to use e-liquid that's specifically designed for sub-ohm vaping. You want to keep your PG down low, as much VG as possible, which gives you the most clouds. What I like to use is a Fire brand e-liquid, and it's specifically designed for sub-ohm vaping. And this is 3 milligrams of nicotine, so you don't want too much nicotine, no more than 6, because you are taking those deep throat hits, lung hits actually, so you're getting a lot of nicotine when you do some sub-ohm vaping. So let's go ahead and fill this thing up with some Firebrand sub-ohm e-liquid. And I'll put a link in the bottom of this video if you guys are interested in trying out the Firebrand e-liquid, which I like, especially if you're going to sub-ohm vape. And again, you don't want to get that e-liquid in that inner tube. You want to keep it between the outer tube and the inner tube. Just a little bit more. Okay, so the inner tube's still dry. Got my atomizer here, which is connected to the air assembly. Screw it back in. My battery. Screw that in. And now we're ready to vape. So for the part we've all been waiting for, how does she vape? Well, let's find out. Turning it on. As you can see, there's a lot of vapor there. It's doing its job. Looks like it does what it's supposed to do, create a lot of vapor. So the Vice is a pretty good kit, especially for folks that are just starting out in sub-ohm vaping and want something that's not too intimidating. There's just one button. That's the only thing you got to worry about, so you can't beat that. As always, there's always certain things that I like and certain things that I don't like, and let's start with the pros when it comes to the VaporFi Vice. It's extremely easy to use. Like I said, it's one button. 2, it creates a ton of vapor. I mean, a lot. And 3, I like that the USB charger is on the side of the battery itself, so you can set it down vertically and not have to worry about putting it on the side on the horizontal where it can roll off your desk or something like that when you're charging it up. The cons, very few of them. It's a little pricey, but I think you get what you're paying for. There is a warranty that comes with this thing, so that's always a good thing. The 0.5 ohm atomizer in there sucks up a lot of juice. It's an e-liquid guzzler, so make sure you have plenty of e-liquid available. And finally, the only other thing I can think of is that it could be a pro, depending on what you want. It doesn't have the variable voltage or the variable wattage settings that you can find in some other mods. It's simply a one button press and vape kind of a device here. So if you want something simple, it's a pro. And if you want something that's a little bit more adaptable to your vaping style, it could be considered a con. But overall, I think this is a very good sub-ohm device. I like it. Fantastic.